Welcome to the Race by Race preview for Sha Tin on Sunday. 10 race program coming up, all on the turf, and the C+3 course is in use. And joined to preview it Race by Race in the studio by Tom Wooden. Tom, what can we look forward to?
Some strong races at the back end of the day, Mark. Races 9 and 10, we can see the likes of Tukul and Mighty Stride going around in those final races. I think there's a few horses too we look forward to in the second race. A couple that are on debut there, so we can look forward to those. And a few jackpots too we'll speak of as well for the 6-up and also the TT.
We're going to have a look at race number 1 first of all, and it gets underway at 1 o'clock with a Class 4 over the 1200 metres, and Speedy Smarty's been back to the trials since being deemed to be an unacceptable performance at Happy Valley last time. Dream Pursuer's best work's been at the trials. Hossein Bolt having his second start over 1200. He's placed at his first go. Mind you, he's placed just about everywhere. Ho Ho Star is on debut, as is Magic Traveller. Star Club's been back to the trials since being in the market, running 12th at his first start. Diamond Forever comes back in trip, and Speedy Fortune had an irregular heart rhythm last time. He was in good form before that 14th behind Sparkling Dolphin, and we've got 8 trigrams leading, Tom.
Yeah, he likes to go forward, and I think Speedy Smarty could race up on the pace. I'm not sure Happy Valley was totally ideal for him last time out, and when he did win here at Sha Tin, he went forward. He's got barrier 12, so I see that's sort of mainly the only option they've got. Craig's Master wasn't far away last start, and they have gone forward with him in the past and race handy, and Speedy Fortune should get a nice run through from barrier 4.
We're going back to Speedy Smarty's win 2 starts ago, so we're going to scrub the Happy Valley run, Tom, and show what he did when he was too good for module construction by a short head.
Yeah, and he was able to kick nicely this day. It was off the back of what he'd done on debut, down the straight behind Chevelle Valiant. I'd say his trial coming into this was only fair. He wasn't asked too much, but he did give a little bit of ground in that trial with Jerry Chow on board, and he was a horse that looked like he was going to be beaten by module construction this day, but he lifted and lifted hard. But yeah, he was disappointing. I'm not sure the Happy Valley experiment totally worked with him last start.
That is Speedy Smarty. Next up, Tom, we have got Sunlight Power. Now, going back to this replay on the 15th of April, he ran 3rd behind Golden Samurai. Really finds the line strongly. You can see him back running last at this stage and carries £3 less for this.
And you're not going to get the 6.9 that was on offer this day about him. Probably things went sort of wrong at the start for him because it was the day that Mighty Stride, or no, Mighty Star, one of those mighty horses that played up in the gates, who's actually going around on the program, Call Me Mighty. And he stayed in there for quite some time. It probably didn't suit him, but he really ran on strongly. We've seen Super Highway come out and win twice now too.
We have, yes, in the space of 6 days. Now, Star Club runs 4th, Tom. He was disappointing on debut because his trial form had been okay.
Yeah, and he was supported on debut too, and he was a bit slow away. He was sort of midfield on the far side, probably not exactly the place to be in the straight races. No pressure on him in his recent barrier trial. Again, he was a little bit slow out. So Barrier Man is just proving a little bit costly. That's him in the yellow colours running into 4th placing there. So if you were a fan of him first up, maybe keep him safe, but he just needs to break a bit better.
And finally, some trial form around Speedy Fortune. This is back up at Chung Fa, placings behind Brilliant Life and Chevelle Valiant the last 2 times he's had no internal issues.
Yeah, and he had that excuse, as you mentioned there, Mark, heart irregularity last time out, and he'd been really improving up until last start. He'd been in the market his last 2. He'd run 2nd behind Chevelle Valiant, Brilliant Life, and the trial looked good enough. So with a lightweight of a rating of 42, I think he's a must include here. And Matthew Poon riding for John Size. We don't see that too often. Matthew just having his 7th ride this season for the champion trainer.
He's got some all right rides, does Matthew, but who wins the first?
With the 4 mark, Sunlight Power, I think he'll be tough to beat in this race. Really attacked the line strongly last time out. We know the Super Highway form out of that race has been good. So Sunlight Power, Speedy Fortune goes in with the lightweight. Speedy Smarty coming back to Sha Tin, and not prepared to give up on Dream Pursuer coming back to Sha Tin again. I don't think Happy Valley really suited to him. He was just half a stride slow. We'll need some luck from barrier 11. 4, 12, 1 and 2.
That's the preview for race number 1 at Sha Tin Sunday at 1 o'clock.